Okay, I kind of understand, and I hate this too.
I am unfortunately quite upset about it.
End of the day, people will say what they want to say.
Midway through a conversation with my colleagues, they would just suddenly switch to their native tongues as though I wasn't right there. We all face that, and it can be quite rude sometimes. It happened to me, I feel left out and anxious because I don't know what you're talking about, or something I did, or maybe how I look. Sometimes I want to join the conversation, but I can't because I don't understand, right? Because we don't understand. Sometimes I feel like my presence is not valued enough to be there or to be included in, So my suggestion is just ignore.
Saw a security guard in my condo being mistreated. I think he was from Bangladesh. Just wanted to say that I don't think they get enough credit for the amount of work they do for our country. I think a lot of us would agree that they deserve more and should live in Malaysia under better circumstances, especially during this, trying times of the pandemic. They came all the way from their home country to work here in Malaysia just to support their family back home. And obviously because of this pandemic, there might be a chance they would not be able to even see their family for a long time due to the lockdown. They actually do deserve more, and obviously we should also, appreciate their work and their sacrifice. So yeah, that's my take.
Lost my job during the pandemic. Finding a hard time to get a job, especially since most of the companies that I tried applying to require the applicant to be able to speak Mandarin. Yes, I've been through that. You see, sometimes face to face, when they see what you can offer, they're able to brush off that part. I know it's really demotivating when you're applying and you see Mandarin speaking only or preferably Mandarin speaking. But if you know yourself what you're capable of, prove it to them. Unless there is a reason why that company is only searching for a Mandarin speaker. They focus more on the Chinese market, because China is booming right now. So these employers think that it's more efficient to have people who speak Chinese because it's a very Chinese speaking company. So they don't want to have a communication barrier that will that might affect the productivity of the company. But you don't find these kind of requirements for international companies and things like that. So it's important to sift through when you're applying for jobs. People always say business is business. Sometimes it does make you feel a certain way, but if you have other things to offer and you are confident with yourself and you think you can do better, just put your application in.
Funny how people always call me Cina Babi. That's a very strong word there. Newsflash, I don't eat pork. Well, I do love pork, and I'm obviously Chinese. I guess I'm Tina Babi as well. Yeah, racial slur is not exactly, nice. When you say people, I assume that these are not your friends, and obviously that's rude already by itself. But if they're friends and if they're saying jokingly, then to me it's fine. But hopefully they don't mean it in a way. Obviously, if you're not comfortable with it, do let them know. But regardless of what it is, racial slur is not nice, and obviously it can be really, really hurtful for some people. It could be. Obviously it's hurtful for a lot of people. Never ever do that. It's a stereotype thing that should be stopped. It's a very small mindset that you be throwing insults like that. Obviously, like I said, insults by itself is already bad. Calling people by their race is even worse. So, if possible, avoid doing that. As I said as well, if it's jokingly and you don't mean it, no harm. But if anybody gets uncomfortable, stop. I've got nothing nice to say. Don't say it. Don't be rude.
Both my parents are Indian, but I can't speak Tamil fluently. I get a lot of backlash for it because apparently people assume I'm trying to be white. Yes, that is a problem in Malaysia. And you know what? It also happens a lot in the Malay and Chinese community. That's why there's terms like Mat Salleh Celup for the Malay community, and there's banana where yellow on the outside and white on the inside. That is kind of racist. Yeah, it sounds racist, but Yeah, they have so many terms for these people who can't speak their native language. All I can say is sometimes you don't fit into the mold. Doesn't make you any less Chinese, any less Indian, or any less Malay. I mean, you have that blood running through you. You have the culture, you have your family. Just because you can't speak the language doesn't make you any less of your culture. I'm half Sinhalese and half Bidayo. And my mom, she speaks Bidayo all the time, but I never picked it up. I can't speak it. I can't speak Sinhalese either because, my family never spoke it when I was growing up. So I can't speak both these languages. I only can speak Bahasa and English. But I love both my cultures so much. My mom cooks Sarawaki dishes. My dad and my aunts from my dad's side who's Sinhalese cook Sinhalese dishes. And I celebrate Gawai every year. So not being able to speak that language doesn't make me less of my race, and it shouldn't make you feel less of it either, End of the day, that's just the way humans and people are. They will say what they want to say, but you yourself know who you are and where you come from, and that's the important thing.
Hey Malaysians, if you enjoyed this episode and would like to be part of the next one, click on the link below to submit your anonymous stories. Thank you.